Oh god. Today I was recommended a video by one of my friends, and I just gotta say, this is the best cooking I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, hands down, I'm not a chef. This girl's a goddamn godsend. She came from God herself. Him, whatever. Genderless God, apparently in 2021, but it doesn't really matter because you just gotta watch Kay's cooking a beef Wellington.
Hi people, I'm back cooking again. I've been asked to do a beef Wellington, and believe me, there's no wellies involved.
So apparently a welly is a waterproof boot. I thought I'd just throw that out there. I don't know why she's saying that, but I mean, yeah, sure, whatever.
Right, I've never made one before.
So apparently she hasn't made a beef Wellington before, but that's completely fine because it's still gonna look like an absolute banger, guys. I can absolutely assure you, it is the best beef Wellington you'll ever see in your whole life.
So I'm just adding some seasoning. I'm also adding a bit of salt, a light, slight paste. I'm gonna put it into a pan.
Okay, can somebody please fucking explain where the red came from? She put in salt in what looked like parsley flakes onto mushrooms, and apparently they went red. Now, I'm not sure what mushrooms she used. Maybe the mushrooms made the paste red. I have absolutely no goddamn idea, but, that is some sus shit right there. Like, that's some Among Us level sus shit right there.
Right, I think it's at its time. I'm gonna turn it off as I've been. Now, I'm putting mine.
Okay, I'm sorry, what? Where the fuck did the red go? That shit literally looks like dog food. Like, straight up, that looks like dog food. Now, I'm sure it tastes fantastic, and I'm sure we're gonna have a lovely taste test at the end, because I really want to see anybody's, like, reaction. Like, anybody's reaction to even remotely having to think about trying this, because, that looks terrible. That literally looks like a mud pie. That looks actually like a mud pie. Like, that's something I'd make, like, playing in, like, the playground in elementary school. Like, that's literally what that looks like.
Just been in the frying pan for about 5-10 minutes, something like that. And as you can see, it's starting to colour, which it's supposed to. Imagine I haven't got everything that it needs.
Now, anybody with the brain capacity of, like, I don't know, a 5-year-old could clearly tell that this is beyond raw, and it is just nowhere near cooked. Like, one side isn't even cooked, the one side she's looking at, and the other side is just not cooked at all. Like, it's been sitting above, like, the whole pan. This actually just kind of triggers me. Like, I don't know why, but this feels like a personal attack on my life.
Now I'm going to fold it over. Oh, not enough. Told you something had to go wrong, didn't it?
Is she implying that literally nothing went wrong to begin with? The food is raw. The beef is raw. And where's the lamb sauce? Where's the lamb sauce?
And as you can see, I've fixed done. As you can see, I'm going to put a bit more flour on.
What do you mean put a bit more flour on? You missed half your tray of flour. And also, is she doing this on her stovetop? I feel like this is literally her stovetop, but there's like 1,000,000 pounds of flour already on her stovetop, and she just dumped the other half of the bag on there, I suppose.
It's all... I've got loads of juice, which you're not supposed to have.
Okay, it is literally not juice. It is blood. Blood of my goddamn... Like, my tears have just as much blood as what's on that tin foil. That is literally because the beef is raw. You cooked a little bit of it and just threw it onto a piece of tinfoil. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to cook beef all the way through. You usually can't eat it raw. But, I mean, sure.
Tip it onto the... Roll it over, as you can see. You can see I've left the cooker in a mess while I put this in the oven.
I'm actually dead right now. Like, I'm like out of words to describe how actually terrible that looks. It looks like she took a shit and rolled it in dough. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, Kay, you're probably a great person. You seem like such a nice person, but your cooking is just... It's impeccable. Like, what am I even here to judge for? This is the best cooking I've ever seen in my entire life. I just can't wait to see how it turns out at the end.
Got to glaze it, as you have gone wrong. glaze, as it's called glaze, you get an egg in a...
You're supposed to glaze it, not frost it. That is like the thickest layer of egg wash that I've ever seen. Also, that egg wash is watery as hell. Isn't it supposed to be a bit thicker than that? I'm not too sure. I've never actually made egg wash before. I really don't glaze anything with egg wash, so I've never actually had to. But like that looks a bit too wet and like way too much egg wash. Like she's straight up frosting a cake right now with egg wash.
Now it's time to get the some beef Wellington out of the oven and see what it turns out like. Oh, I don't think somehow it's supposed to be like that, but it looks like it's cooked.
That's the spirit, Kay. Tell all those haters, at least it looks cooked. I mean, yeah, the dough looks cooked. It's kind of hard to not cook dough. You put it in an oven at that temperature and it's not burnt. It's kind of sus, actually. I feel like the meat is still not cooked and it's still bleeding underneath all that dough and egg wash. Like, oh my god, bro. I'm literally dying inside trying to think about how not edible this fucking beef Wellington is.
Well, I hope that answered the question of a beef Wellington. It didn't have to turn out exactly how it should have.
I'm not sure what question you answered. It's not a beef Wellington. It literally looks like a pile of dog shit. But you know what, Kay? I still give you a gold star for effort, an E for effort, and an F for all the tears you made everybody shed. And also the comment section to this video is just comedy fucking gold. So I'm going to link the video and her channel in the description. Please go like this video and go subscribe to her because she might not be able to cook and her channel might entirely be based around trying to cook. But she gives it her all and she doesn't give up even when she most certainly should. But that's besides the point. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a good one.